Good morning, everybody. This is Marie Holiday with another segment of my holistic financial journey. Um, Today is July 18th, 2020. And before we get started, I just want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you all can follow me in this journey. So you all can follow me in this journey in regards to many things that I've done in my life to make changes financially in all areas. And just to revisit, you know, what whole holistic financial journey mean is having all around the financial piece, the physical repeat, the physical wholeness, the spiritual wholeness, the mental wholeness. When you have all those areas of your life whole, what that does is give you the motivation to make changes in your financial life and stick with it. And it takes consistent effort to keep all of those areas of your life whole. I'm here to tell you. So with that being said, I'm just gonna give a brief overview of the main thing that I talked about last Saturday, which was July 11th. I mainly just talked about many things in my life in terms of what I've done to remain credit card free. And the bottom line, I use cash for everything. I save for emergency fund. I got money going into retirement. I got money going into different accounts to set the stage where I don't need credit cards. When they send me these pre-approved credit cards in the mail, I don't touch them. So, if you want to get a little bit more detail about how I've been able to remain credit card free since 2015, check out the video that I uploaded on July 11th. So with that being said, now we're going to go into the segment of understanding the difference of active income, passive income, and a combination of active and passive income. And with this information, it is going to help you develop ideas on what you can do to develop other streams of income in your life without killing yourself. As the audience is aware, I have 3 different sources of income in my life. But hey, I'm not killing myself. I still have my downtime every day. I still have my vacation time and my me time, and I've turned my home into a paradise. I'm not out there killing myself to create this extra money. So with that being said, drink coffee. Oh, by the way, I hope my daughter is listening to this upload. She had a birthday yesterday. She is now 27 years old. I got in contact with her. She's in Japan right now serving in the military. And I did speak to her yesterday. And I believe her birthday box that I sent her has arrived in Japan. So Anita, if you're listening to this, open up the birthday box that Mama sent you. I don't care how old they get, she'll always be my baby. So active income, basically what that refers to is income received from performing a service, and it can include wages, tips, salary, commission, income from a business. For example, my state job, my day job, I work for the state of North Carolina. I attain a monthly paycheck for performing the essential functions of my job Monday through Friday. So that would be a very good example of an active income. So if I decide to quit my job before I retire, or if I just decide to not go to work, I'm not going to get paid. But I got 4 more years before I can retire from the state of North Carolina, and I will receive a pension for the rest of my life. So once I fully retire, then instead of that being an active income, it would then transfer into a passive income, because I'm not physically going to work, actively doing anything anymore for the state of North Carolina Monday through Friday. So an active income is income that we earn from wages, salaries, tips, commission. You are actively engaged in a task or service in order to receive that money. Simply put. I want to talk about passive income, and I want the audience to hear me. Passive income. Basically, passive income includes regular earnings from a source other than an employer. For example, rental property, income from a rental property, a business which is one that does not actively, is a business that you do not actively participate in every day, such as owning that rental property, getting paid royalties from a book, getting paid stock dividends, getting paid interest from your savings account, interest from your 401, etc. Becoming monetized off your YouTube, because once you become monetized, YouTube will pay your income every month for getting your YouTube channels monetized. So passive income includes regular earnings from a source other than an employer or contractor, such as rental property, a business is in which one does not actively participate in, such as paid book royalties, stock dividends, interest from a 401, interest from a savings account, interest from CDs. So with the interest I'm earning off my multiple 401 accounts, the interest that I'm earning off my savings account, that will also qualify as an example of passive income. If a person is monetizing their YouTube channel, by the time they monetize their channel, and that check they're getting every month from YouTube would be an example of passive income. Creating YouTube videos. I want to stress this. If a person, anybody can do this. You know, just like typically I upload a video for YouTube every Saturday. That's my little fun time to get in front of the world and just talk about my niche. Creating a YouTube video, if you're going to do this, let it be a content that you enjoy. Let it be information that you enjoy, your niche, and talk about it. You know, share with the world your niche. We all can learn from each other. Anybody can do this. Everybody got some kind of talent. Everybody got some type of niche or some type of desire that they enjoy talking about or doing. You know, talk about it. You know, monetize. Get you some passive income. Anybody can do this. I want to revisit again about, everybody's aware that one of my incomes is I sell local sales on Facebook Marketplace. That's another example of passive income, when a person selects to sell physical products on Facebook Marketplace local sale. There are several ways to earn passive income. You know, I'm just kind of hitting the highlights. By selling physical products on Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, eBay. You know, how I got into selling on Facebook Marketplace local sale, I first started out just selling stuff in my house. You know, we all got stuff in our home that we might not want anymore, that's in great condition. So, you know, start out that way. You know, I'm not marketing any particular platform, whether it's eBay or Facebook or Amazon. I personally, enjoy Facebook Marketplace because you don't have to pay any seller fees. You know, you guys know I'm real big about money. If I can make money without spending money, that's the direction I'm gonna go. So even with Facebook Marketplace, when you're selling products, when your inventory run low, you may have to invest a little bit and to replenish your inventory. I pretty much have sold everything that I don't want in my home. So for the past few months, I've been replenishing my inventory that is a particular supplier that I work with. So all of those are some ideas or some good ideas on things anybody in this world can do to begin to generate additional source of income. And I'm telling you, you know, you will begin to see changes in your financial life the more streams of income that you have coming in. And as time go on, one of the things I want to do is I'm personally getting ready to I'm in the month of October, November, December, and January, I sell my nut crackers heavily. I discovered last year that there's a huge market for nut crackers. So what I've been doing throughout the year is stockpiling my nut crackers that I purchased from my supplier, and I'm gonna sell them in lots. And just to give you an example, because it's all about marketing your stuff. Here's one of my nut crackers that I'm gonna sell in my nut cracker lot. You know, as you can see, it has the crown and it's a very unique looking nut cracker. Got the little diamond little buttons there, and this is just one example of what I'm getting ready to do for October, November, and December. My specialized, unique, exquisite nut crackers. I also now want to talk about a combination of active and passive income. And this is me talking. I'm no expert at nothing. All I'm doing is sharing my experience in what I have discovered ever since I rose above living HELL in terms of my financial life. A combination of active and passive income with any passive income that is made. I'm gonna explain how this combines with any passive income that is made. This is just me talking. Prior to the passive income being made, you know, I don't care if it's a passive income from royalties from a book, passive income from selling on Facebook Marketplace or Amazon or eBay, or passive income from 401 interest or interest from savings. Before that passive income is being made, there's still a active, a physical task behind that had to be performed before you can make the passive income. It ain't just gonna happen. I don't care if you're making passive income from rental property. There's still a degree of task or service or active task that you got to perform before that rental property can make money. You got to do your research. You got to figure out what rental property you want to invest money in. You got to go out there. You got to have people in place, contractors in place. There may have to be work done to the rental property before you can rent it out. So there's still work behind any type of income that's being made. That's what makes it passive and active. Just like my Facebook Marketplace, a local sale. I'm not just generating money on a daily basis or weekly basis, filling orders and making sales. There's still stuff I got to do behind the scene in order to generate any money on Facebook Marketplace local sale. I have to research my product. I have to purchase my product. I have to respond to messages. I have to coordinate a time to meet with the person, because I meet at a local BP 30 seconds from my house, 30 seconds to arrange a time to make that transaction. I do everything face to face. So even though I may have a listing on Facebook Marketplace, and anybody at any given time, 365 days a year, can pull up my listing from Facebook Marketplace and send me a message and say, I want to buy this. So it still is a degree of work behind the scene on any passive income, and that's what make it a combination of both. So and I just kind of wanted to elaborate on that, because you hear everybody talking about passive income, passive income. I'm making all this money off passive income, but what they don't slow down and talk about is there is a certain degree of effort behind the scene in order to be able to keep making that passive income. Because if I didn't replenish my inventory, if I did not respond to my messages, sometimes I have to go into my listing and reword a particular item that may not be selling as fast. So that's time, effort, I'm rewording and reposting. So there is a degree of task behind the scene in order to make the passive income. And so society seems to be negating that piece, which is a very important piece, because you still gotta work wise and work smart behind the scene in regards to continue to do what you need to do behind the scene in making this money. Just like uploading YouTube videos. And when you get to the point where you're monetizing that YouTube video, you still got to do some work behind the scene in order to monetize and keep that money coming in. You got to block out time to upload new videos. You got to kind of be, you better be some kind of organized on what each topic is going to be about, so you ain't just rambling. So that's time there. You blocking out time, you sitting down, you uploading the material. So there is still a degree of work, active work behind the scene, even when you monetize a YouTube video. So that what's making a combination of both. And it just seems like folks don't want to talk about the effort behind the scene. They just want to get on these channels and say, yeah, I'm making all this money selling on Amazon, eBay too. Yeah, but you ain't telling the behind the scene work you did to make that for $50 or $100 or $1,000. So the passive income from selling from physical products on Facebook Marketplace, local sale, before I make the money, there's an active task, and that's with any passive income. That's the takeaway that I want the audience to hear when in terms of understanding the combination of active and passive income. Another example I want to talk about in terms of one of my active incomes. You all know my first job, state job, that's an active income job. My face selling on Facebook Marketplace, local sale, that's a combination of active and passive income. That's the second source of income. And then my third source of income, which is an active income. Everybody's aware that, on the weekends I have a babysitting job. And that little babysitting job that I do, the audience is aware that I babysit an empty building on the weekend. Ain't nobody in the building, don't nobody bother me. I can take whatever I need to occupy my time as I babysit the building. I make an extra $900 a month to do this. So that would be an example for that particular stream of income. That would be an example of an active income, because I have to be somewhere physically during that allotted time in order to get that paycheck every 2 weeks for babysitting the building. If I don't show up on a weekend, I don't get paid. So that would be a good example of an active income, which is my third stream of income that I get. And we all know what I do with that extra money. I'm accelerating my mortgage, I accelerate my savings. It ain't like I'm taking that $900 and going to the mall. No, I'm taking that $900 and I have an agenda for that money. I have a purpose for that money. So in summary, I talked about active income, I talked about passive income, and I talked about a combination of active and passive income. And I also talked about my 3 different types of streams of income And I've had these three different types of streams of income. Two of them I've had for 3 years. In all three together, I had that third income with Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry, my state job I've been on for several years. My babysitting job I've had for 3 years. In my Facebook Marketplace local sales stream of income, I've been doing since December of 2019. I've been on my state job, God, so many years I can't even count. But 4 years I'll be able to retire from that state job. And then my local sale on Facebook Marketplace, I've been doing that since December of 2019. And in my babysitting job on the weekend, I've been doing that for about 3 years. And like I said, you know, I have my downtime. I enjoy my downtime. My home is my paradise. I have my major holidays off every weekend off from my main job. Major holidays throughout the weekday. I'm off every day at 5. If I want to take vacation, I'm getting paid. If I need sick time, I'm getting paid. So I'm good. I'm good. And I hope by me breaking this down, this will give the audience some ideas on what they can do to generate other streams of income. So with that being said, that's going to set the stage for my next cliffhanger for next week. And one of the things that I'm going to go into a little bit more in detail is I'm going to talk about and I want to share with the audience my success with Facebook Marketplace local sale, because I'm here to tell this audience that I started with my hobby / Facebook Marketplace sale in December of 2019. Here we are in July of 2020. And I want to share my success, my selling tips that work for me. And it's not about making quick money. It's not about that. Because I'm suspicious when you hear these individuals on YouTube talking about all this quick, fast money they making off selling. I'm suspicious of that. I want to share with the audience my success of my selling tips on Facebook Marketplace. The key to this is what I discovered. The key to success, and I'm not going to go too much into it, is to make consistent money and profit progressively over time. That works for me. Consistent, progressive money over time. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my selling tips, and some of my selling tips I mistakenly discovered since December of 2019. And I mean selling tips that, wow, I'm glad I thought of that. I'm glad I thought of that. I'm glad I thought of that. So if you want to find out my selling tips that works for me, my success for Facebook local sale, Facebook Marketplace, local sales that work for me, tune in next Saturday, because anyone can do this. I've never been a seller. I don't have any selling skills, or at least I didn't think I did. But I got some successful tips that works for me on a consistent basis. You will not hear me say next week, you will not hear me ever say that I'm making a truckload of money fast, because I'm not making a truckload of money fast. But what you will hear me say is that I have some outstanding selling tips that can assist you in making consistent, progressive income over time. I don't care if it's as little as $20 per day or $140 a week. That's That's consistent money. If I had a choice, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine, if I had a choice of making $20 per day or $200 for one sale far in between, I would choose to make the $20 per day or the $150, $140 a week, or the $560 per month on a consistent progressive basis versus making a $200 sale for one product far in between. Because if I can make a consistent $140 a week or consistent $560 a month, consistent, what do you think I'm going to do with that $560 a month? And I'm here to tell you the selling tips that I have discovered is bringing me in consistent income. It's not about making money quick, fast. No, this is a hobby for me. And I'm going to keep it in hobby mode. Because there's power in, I discovered, there is power when you can use your talents and make $20 or $30 or $60 or whatever. Consistent. That's power. And then when you make that money, you respect that money. When you make that money, you reinvest that money back into your inventory. So over time, you're going to look up one day, you're making consistent profit. Now, instead of making $140 a week consistent profit, now you're making $300 a week consistent profit, but you got to cultivate that business. See, that's what these folks on YouTube, when they on YouTube talking about, yeah, I'm making $1,000 a day, $5,000 a day. That's a lie. I'm going to give you some real deal selling tips that I use that work for me, where it has assisted me since December of 2019 to make consistent progressive income. I don't care if it's $20 or $40 or $100 a day or $20 or $40 or $100 a week. The key word, consistent progressive income, and you respect that money. That's right. And it's a hobby for me. I enjoyed building my inventory. Right now, I'm narrowing down my focus, the focus on 5 main products, and that's all. I'm happy with that. My 5 main products is I specialize in selling my video games, 2 different versions of video games, sunglasses, my Angel perfume, and my nutcrackers. That's it. Because and the reason why I narrowed my focus down to 4 main selling products, because I discovered since December of 2019, for whatever reason, those 5 products sell throughout the year, anytime throughout the year, for whatever reason. I ain't going to try to figure out, but since I discovered that those 5 products sell on a consistent basis in my zip code, I'm good. I ain't going to try to reinvent the wheel. So what do you think I do when I make money? I invest my inventory and purchase those 5 products in bulk from my supplier and make a profit. So I want to share my selling tips that work for me. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm telling you, my Facebook local sale on Marketplace is another consistent stream of easy, enjoyable income for Marie Holiday. So with that being said, we'll meet again next week. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. We're in this journey together. I'm not really focusing on how many views I get or how many subscriptions I get. My focus is the content, the material, to share my journey, because my faith in God, because YouTube will notify you when you hit your criteria. That'll come. I'm going to just focus on my material and my content. But I do want to remind my audience to at least hit the subscribe button and the notification button, because we're in this together. That's right. We are in this together. View some of my prior videos if you want to get more information about those other topics. Everything ties in. Everybody know I use the cliffhanger approach. We are in this together. Anybody can do this. Anybody can rise above their financial situation and get holistic financial freedom in all areas of their life. I'm here to tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. Hear what I'm saying again. If I can do this, you can do this. If you got any specific questions for me, send me a comment. I will respond. I will answer the question. We are in this together. So with that being said, you all have a great morning. Have a great weekend. And I will see you again next Saturday.